Rip them.
When it comes crashing down, and I can't do the hand gesture.
I've had my hand like frozen like this for almost 5 minutes during that preview.
During the trailer,
just so I could get it up. This is worse than the Vulcan thing, which I can do very easily.
I can do the Vulcan thing easily. I can't.
Rip them, brother. Rip them.
I can't do it because it's not this. It's not this.
It's
this.
Like
this.
Where did they come up with this?
I don't.
This isn't even comfortable. This is like.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's like carpal tunnel. Almost.
Yeah, I just
rip them, brother.
Yeah.
I will say this: not many brothers in the movie.
No,
not a lot of brothers in the script.
Just one.
Welcome into That Movie Show, the only movie show this week not talking about Avengers: Infinity War. And we've chosen a classic to replace it.
Yeah. All time movie.
Top 5.
Look, here's the deal. We'll do this movie, and then we'll just do Infinity War after.
You might be treated to a Bono show after this one, I think. Because we've already done the Infinity War show just off air.
Yeah, right. We did the whole show just off air.
Needless to say, we have an opinion or two.
Yeah. It'll be spoilerific.
There is that movie in 45 minutes that we can go to.
Yeah, okay. So here's the deal. We're going to do No Holds Barred, 30 minutes. Start the clock,
That's all it really deserves anyway.
Yeah, it really is.
Then we're actually going to go to the movie and do a bonus watch along in the theater until we get kicked out.
Yeah,
nice.
I got Twitch Live on my phone.
There you go.
I got Twitch Live. We'll bring the tripod and everything.
All three of us sign in at the same time, so it's some weird morph thing.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Just make sure the Twitch still says no holds barred so nobody watches.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know people are going to watch this.
Yeah.
Goddamn 1989 classic.
So here's a couple fun facts. I'm pretty sure this is the first WWEF film.
It is.
So this is the first one.
It is.
Also, this movie came out in June of 1989.
Correct.
I was a little over 2 months old.
Congratulations.
Wow.
So that shows you where this movie...
I was in 5th grade?
No.
I was 2.
Yeah, well, I'm old. Fuck off.
So
that's right. If you couldn't tell from the preview, the music, and the banter about, we are covering No Holds Barred, the vehicle that made Hulk Hogan the movie star that he is today, brother.
See, you nailed it. I
got it down at this point.
Yeah.
It was released June 2nd, 1989. Had a budget of $8 million.
That's insane.
And guess what? Actually double its money, $16 million and change.
Because that shows the power of Hulkamania.
It really does. Yeah. It was executive produced by Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon.
Ooh. Yeah, of course.
And released under the Shane Distribution Company, which was the original WWE films.
Correct.
Because he had Shane do movies and Stephanie was music.
Oh,
it was
very fun.
Stephanie music.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a fun fact for you.
That is a very fun fact. I didn't know that. This movie is a ton of nonsensical fun.
You see, okay, because I was thinking about that on the ride over here. Because we've done a similar bad movie based around fake wrestling-ish, which of course was Here Come the Boom.
Yeah, that was MMA.
But something about this is more charming than that.
Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan.
But it's Hulk Hogan being Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan who is...
you can tell he's trying so hard to act, too.
Yeah, and it's not Kevin James.
No, it's Hulk Hogan.
Which, by the way, I still have the other 4 movies in that collection.
I know you do.
So we can watch the Laugh Out Loud collections with Here Comes the Boom.
I'm dreading...
Joe Dirt 2.
Yeah.
Grown Ups 2, right?
Grown Ups 2.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Pixels.
Ooh.
And the Straight to Crackle Joe Dirt 2, did you mention that one?
I did.
Yeah,
Straight to Crackle Joe Dirt.
Straight to Crackle. I am dreading the day that your video card here actually starts working. We start watching those along. You call me my fucking bluff.
Yeah.
But today is No Holds Barred, and it's, of course, the story of the Everyman, American Everyman, Rip Thomas.
Current WWF champion.
I completely forgot until watching it this morning they actually was the World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and the whole plot of this entire movie is that
they open at a wrestling challenge event.
They do. And the whole plot of this movie is that this TV executive is like, Hulk Hogan is ratings.
Brell. Whose motives are suspect throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hate that we jump around so much. Like, I'm gonna jump to the ending for real quick though. Because his motives are all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me. He keeps saying that Rip is ratings. Get him on our TV, and he's ratings because in one time slot
they're getting destroyed.
Wrestling won.
Yeah, and they're getting destroyed. They're last in the ratings.
All right, I can see that for that time slot.
Right.
But he makes it like his mission
Yeah.
in life to not only get Rip on his network, but he does it in the most diabolical ways.
And
Kidnapping, almost a rape.
right.
I mean, and then it just the whole end. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump too far ahead, but we'll get there.
They're last in the race. So the funniest part is that the every man of and his brother.
Oh, the opening scene. Like I said, it opens in a wrestling challenge event, a WWF wrestling show, and Rip comes out. First of all, the ADR in this movie is fucking awful.
Yeah.
All you can tell it's such voiceover. You can tell it's Hogan in a studio going, "Rip 'em, brother," because he's yelling at the crowd the whole way to the ring.
Right.
Rip 'em, brother. Rip 'em, rip 'em, rip 'em. Come on, Randy. Come on, Charlie. By the way, he also is managed by the manager from Tyson's Punch-Out. I
Yeah.
like that much.
Yes. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
And I love how he has cornermen in pro wrestling, which we've never seen in all of
Ever.
pro wrestling.
Unless you're in Japan.
Okay.
That's Japanese
Well, we're
style.
not.
No.
We're in the WWF.
Brother.
We are breaking every rule, brother.
I know.
And Randy, who is like, mini Hulk.
Yeah, right.
He's blonde.
Yeah, it's his brother.
He's blonde. He wears a shirt.
And he's took him under his wing since his dad died or something.
The exposition from his walk from the back curtain to the ring was awesomely done by Jesse Ventura and Gene Okerlund, which I always find funny because this is like the second or third movie that's involved wrestling of some sort, and they've been the color play-by-play team, even though Gene has never done play-by-play.
No, he's just the ring announcer and interview guy.
Right. But I guess, whatever. We're wrestling fans putting logic into movies.
Yeah,
they know Gene Okerlund. They don't know Gorilla Monsoon. That's all.
Correct.
it is.
Yeah, that's
pretty much
exactly what it is.
And I mean, Jesse Ventura is Jesse fucking Ventura.
Everybody knows Jesse.
Howard Finkel is the ring announcer,
Yep.
playing himself.
Yep.
And do you know who Jim Bullet is? The big contender that they really put over in this match.
Yeah.
Jim Bullet.
Jim Bullet.
No.
You don't know?
No.
Bill Eadie plays Jim Bullet. Bill Eadie, better known as Demolition Axe.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Looking like fat Iron Mike Sharp.
That's
and Iron
so
Mike
fun.
Sharp's already fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He ate Iron Mike Sharp. So, of course, Rip is in a tested contest with Jim Bullet.
Yep.
All right.
And he wins.
I mean, he looks like every jobber.
He does.
And they're really putting him over like, oh, he's got it. He's got the champ on the... Like,
Yeah.
really? This
Also-
fucking guy? He
also-
would have been better just as Axe.
also, and a better, and in a move that is crazy, Hulk Hogan's finish is not, dare I say, complicated.
No.
Right?
You mean Hulk Hogan's finish?
Hulk Hogan's
Okay,
finish.
not Rip Thomas.
Yeah, not Rip Thomas.
Right.
Hulk Hogan's finish is big boot
Yeah.
to a leg drop.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And in a way to make it seem like that is a swanton bomb from Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
He just runs at him with his hands clenched together in an axe handle and just hits him in the forehead.
Yep.
And that's his Rip Thomas finish.
Rip Thomas has a mean double axe handle.
Yeah. Running double axe.
Gotta love the 80s. You're lucky it was an abdominable stretch.
Oh, it might have been at one point.
It might have been at one point, but he beats him up, and we find that Brell is like the head of a struggling television network.
World Television Network.
That's just what it is.
They were digging deep into the creative box for that one.
yeah, clearly. And
We need a TV network. Well, World. Okay, cool.
yeah, right. And Brell, played by the amazing Kurt Fuller.
Yes.
He is. I love him. He is just the evil character actor.
Now, knowing that Vince was on set, how much coaching do you think he got from Vince? Because he's basically playing a version of Vince.
Yeah.
I mean, it hadn't happened yet, but what we found a little bit later on is Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
He's, very much that. So he was on set all through the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, I think he had to have helped. My favorite Kurt Fuller role has to be as Russell Finley from Wayne's World.
Of course it is.
And I just wanted to say that because I love that
Because you
movie.
wanted to say Russell Finley.
Yeah. Oh, and the sheriff in Scary Movie.
Yes.
He played the sheriff in Scary
Yeah,
Movie.
in the creepiest way possible.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. And so, in order to save their network,
I love they're watching it live. Him and his executives are sitting
Yeah.
there watching wrestling at night live in their office.
because this is what's going to save the network.
Yeah.
And so they've come to the idea that they need to have their own show.
They need Rip.
They need Rip.
They don't give a shit what he's on. Just put him on TV.
Yeah, and
Look
we're-
at his muscles, for fuck's sake. Look at that spandex.
And to be fair, that is how Hulk Hogan was just viewed on TV in the 80s.
That is true.
So they end up deciding to bring him in.
Yeah.
right?
They got a meeting, board meeting.
They got a meeting.
Board meeting. Everybody's pitching ideas. All right, give me an idea, motherfuckers.
And so they come up with the Battle of the Tough Guys.
Not yet.
Oh, I thought they came up with the Battle of the Tough Guys.
No, because they actually bring Rip in for the contract there. They tried to give him a blank check type of deal. But what I like, Kurt Fuller as Brell has some of the best, I don't want to say catchphrases, but vernacular.
Oh, yes.
In all of the movie. I'll let you do your favorite. I know what your favorites we were talking about before we started, but in this scene where he's at the boardroom with the executives, and he's like, if you don't give me a good idea, you're fired.
Yeah.
And the woman gives a shit idea, and instead of firing her, he leans in and goes, blah, 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 take a leak.
Yeah. Yep.
The fuck?
The fuck you say?
And she does. She scoops her shit up and cries all the way out the door.
Yeah. I didn't know that was being fired. My favorite...
No, you're going to say like this, pal. Take a leak.
Yeah, that's far better.
Now take off your clothes and bark like a fucking dog.
What?
Sorry, that's 10 years later.
10 years later. My favorite one has to be him calling everybody a jock ass.
Love it. Love it.
He's a jock ass.
He does it subtly in the first one where he's holding the poster of Rip in the baby blue spandex, and he calls him a jock. We need this jock ass and all his muscles. But when he does it at the climax of the movie, and he screams right in their face, "You jock ass!"
Yeah,
that was a Vince coach.
That was a Vince coach.
No, come on, pal. You gotta get it. Gotta get it from the gut. Get it
guttural.
Come on, get it. Yeah, jock ass.
Yeah.
Come on. You can hear that shit happening.
Yeah, you can hear Vince McMahon in that one. And so he brings Rip in, and he's going to offer him a check, and it can be whatever you want.
Blank check.
Yeah, it can be whatever you want. And Rip is not for sale.
Rip is not for sale. No, he stuffs the check down his throat, much like the $1 Million Man.
Yep.
And classic line, I'm not going to be here when this clears.
Yep. Ha 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 ha.
And as he's walking by, stops because there's two, executives sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's going to flinch to like do a
punch.
a punk punch type of thing.
Yeah,
But
right.
instead he flexes and does the Rip 'em sign. Like, whoo,
Yeah.
whoo. Like, what the?
You want a picture? Yeah.
And by the way, he's head to toe spandex in this board meeting.
Yes.
Bandana, and the spandex looks like Eddie Murphy's jacket in Delirious.
Yeah, but it feels very Hulk Hogan.
Oh, the whole thing is very Hulk Hogan. I mean, the man lives in spandex.
He does.
And he looks extremely comfortable in them. I would not have the confidence to live my life in spandex and what equates to cowboy boots covered by stripper socks.
Yes.
They are the weirdest things.
It is the weirdest thing.
They lace all the way up to his knee.
Right. So now Rip ends up taking a limo back.
Yeah.
And Brell has decided that he wants to kidnap and murder him.
Definitely kidnap, possibly murder.
Yeah, and so this is going to...
Apparently he has a Yakuza on standby.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and so they lock him in the limo, and they're all like...
The limo turns into a goddamn tank.
Yeah, and so now all of a sudden it's just like, well, I wonder what we're going to do now.
Oh, fight scene,
Because
brother.
now we have it. Now we just have him. And Hulk Hogan explodes out of the top of the top of this limo.
Has a very sweaty fight with a bunch of dudes.
Yep, that ends in a very hilarious way.
Yep.
He grabs this one guy.
Driver, actually.
Yeah, the driver. That's correct.
By the way, again, another pet peeve of mine in movies is when someone gets thrown into a windshield and it breaks like a drinking glass.
Yeah.
It's not windshield glass. It just kind of, I
shatters.
get it, 80s stunts, whatever, but it's just a pet peeve.
Yeah, no, I got you. It doesn't have that like spider web.
Yeah,
like
windshield glass. It doesn't break like windshield glass. Like some do it well. Pineapple Express is a great example.
Yeah.
And some do it like this.
Yes.
You know.
You're right.
Budget.
So then Hulk Hogan grabs the driver.
Yeah.
And he wonders what that smell is.
Yep. The guy is soaked. Much like I am right now.
Yeah.
He is soaked. And And again,
what's that smell?
What's that smell?
And in the gargliest,
you know what I'm doing, Bill.
Oh, I do.
the gargliest.
I'm directing as Vince McMahon.
Oh, of course.
No, Terry, come over here. Come over here. Come here, pal.
What?
No, you're doing it too calmly. You gotta. What's that smell? And really get into it.
You really smell
really
it.
smell something, and you're smelling his shit. You're smelling shit all over the place. What's that smell?
And then we get
Dookie. Fucking Dookie. Not a Limp Bizkit song. Dookie.
Yeah. The worst The worst way you could describe
Didn't
that.
they do a Dookie song? Is that right? Or was that Green Day?
That's Green Day.
Gotcha.
Dookie is the name of that
That was
album.
one of
It's
those,
the album.
one of those 90 fucking bands.
Yeah, right. Yeah, who cares?
You got dick music fans.
Yeah, suck it. It's that movie
Mean
show.
for no reason.
It's that movie show, not that music show. Nuts.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I like generic royalty-free music because then it give me hits on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then Rip just leaves.
There's Bill Eadie.
So then Rip just leaves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just bails. He's like, yeah, cool. Everyone's dead, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I incapacitated everybody.
I call whatever a 1980s equivalent of Uber is.
Yeah, and so now in no consequences whatsoever.
Yeah.
Brell's now just at his. Brell's just at this bar, being like, "Well, I don't know what we're gonna do now," and then they end up watching a bar fight. And they're like, this is what's going to happen.
My guess is because at this point, this is when they discovered the Battle of the Tough Guys.
Yeah.
And I want to imagine that, deep in the archives of WWE films, there is a deleted scene where one of the people actually did pitch, hey, and it probably was Bob Holly. He was like, hey, man, I fight down the bar. I fucking beat everyone's ass.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Bob Holly's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's a tough guy.
So they get to the bar.
Yeah, and so they're all fighting, and Zeus shows up.
Not yet.
He doesn't show up?
Not yet. He shows up to the second one.
The
first one, they're just sitting there
watching
observing.
It. Yes.
Observing. And you get the trashy waitress and her brother, Hall of Famer Stan Hansen.
Yep, that's right.
Tiny Whiners.
Yeah, and so they just watch it.
Hall of Famer Stan Hansen. Tiny Whiners.
Tiny Whiners.
Honestly, I feel this character could have got over better than Stan Hansen.
Probably. Tiny Whiners.
Tiny Whiners.
And so...
Where are they, by the way?
I don't know.
There is 50 accents in this fucking movie.
Yeah, I have no idea. And so they have the first battle of the tough guys, and it's a ton of fun.
Yes.
Second battle of the tough guys.
They held it at the same bar.
Yeah, same bar. Zeus shows up.
There's a lot of guys that you're looking like, I should probably know who that is, but
I don't.
I'm not Googling it.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to Google
Terry
it.
Funk chose Roadhouse over this. I'm going with that.
Yeah, right. So Zeus shows up and he wins the $100,000 tournament. Mm-hmm. And so while this is happening,
I love his entrance too. He just fucking assaults a waitress.
yeah,
Just faces her and just knocks her into a barrel of shit.
yeah,
And that's like his entrance.
yeah.
Oh, but by the way, everybody just knocks down walls and doors in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
The construction bills at these bars must have been fucking exorbitant.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So Samantha.
Freshly released out of prison, by the way, Zeus.
That's right. And he used to be trained by Rip's trainer,
Charlie, a.k.a. Iron Mike Tyson punch-out guy.
Yeah, right.
I think it was Mac, or Mac was the boxer.
Mac was the Little Mac was the
Little
boxer.
Mac was the boxer. I'm guessing it's Big Mac. I'm going Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Sure.
Hashtag I'm loving it.
So Brell sends in Samantha
Yeah.
to, coax Rip.
Seduce him.
Yeah, seduce him. And there's a huge will they, won't they dynamic. I'm pretty sure.
Joan Servants, who still looks good at this day.
Oh, yeah?
She was a good-looking woman back then. She's a still good-looking woman now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, she, of course, for those of you, the only thing I saw her in was See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Richard Pryor, and Gene Wilder.
yeah.
She was the hot chick in that. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same.
Except she did a shower scene in that one, so I'm good with it.
Yeah, right. So, basically, there's a lot of nonsense that happens. There's a lot of will they, won't they.
And for someone who's supposed to be seducing, she's not doing a great job. She's kind of being a bitch to him.
Right. And then it ends up where they're in that hotel room and they're sleeping in the same bed.
Oh, you skipped so much.
Did I?
First of all, you skipped the French restaurant.
Oh, that's right.
Where apparently Rip is a regular, but she's sitting there talking to him like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't even know if you had a fucking suit, Neanderthal. And then the French waiter comes over and he's like, maybe you're looking for American hamburger with ketchup and fries.
Yeah.
I know, I lit into Arnold a little bit there.
Yeah.
But the waiters are all recognizing him and waving. I mean, he's playing Hulk. He's a celebrity. He's like, hey,
Right.
man, how you doing? And then the chef comes out and like smacks the shit out of the fucking waiter. He's
Right.
like, this is our good friend Rip, and we make as usual. And Rip says like 2 words in French, and it's supposed to be like, I'm fucking cultured, bitch.
Yeah, right.
Brother.
That's right.
Oh, oui, brother.
That's right.
But also, as they're traveling, for some reason, Samantha goes on a road trip with him.
Yeah, right.
They stop in this like side road type of diner.
Yeah, and there's a robbery.
Where also Rip is a regular because he's friends with the waitress.
Right.
So apparently he stops there all the time.
Right.
And
There's a robbery, right? Is that what it is?
There's 2 guys that come in with guns and attempt to rob this little diner.
Yeah.
And Stevie Ray Vaughan literally rolled over on his grave because that was his song, House is a Rockin', playing underneath Hulk Hogan doing a Three Stooges pie throw to thwart a robbery.
That's right.
They had guns.
They did have
They
guns.
had guns, and he threw pies, and he won.
Yes. Yeah.
He saved the day with pies over bullets.
Oh, and somebody tries to rape Samantha.
That happens too. That's where the motorcycle thing happens.
Yeah, because he like puts him up on the motorcycle and
Legit.
runs him into a tree.
Trying to rape her in a parking lot. Rips
Yeah.
her shirt open.
Everything.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
wow.
That's true.
This is such a WWE film.
It is. It really is. And then I feel like while this is going on, Zeus is just molesting people.
Well, he's training and he's kind of sparring, if you will, if you count killing people sparring.
Yeah.
And
he's challenging Rip.
well, at an event that it was kind of like it was almost like a public workout, if you will. And Randy and his friend
They show
up. And as they're leaving, they bump into Brell. And as they're kind of jacked up by the security, it's revealed because Brell thinks, oh, well, they got Rip shirts on. We're converting Rip fans. Cool. And Randy's big mouth friend goes, you're not going to convert us. That's Rip's brother, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And
right.
Zeus, I don't know. It looks like he punches him a couple times. I bet it hurt like hell. But he fucking cripples him.
Yeah, he does.
Literally, there's
That's
a
what he
hospital
does.
scene where Hulk is like dipping him into a bathtub.
Yeah.
And like saying your prayers, brother. It's all over.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's
right.
crippled this dude.
They wanted him to murder him, but they didn't want to go so far to have him murder him.
Straight up wheelchair.
Yeah.
After a fight.
Yes.
Clearly, he is Mr. Glass.
Yeah. Oh, that's...
Unbreakable 2 is coming out soon, by the way.
No, that's true.
As a reference.
That was... Yeah.
Yes.
So then we get to the hospital, but somewhere in there, that's where the hotel bedroom happens.
The hotel bedroom does happen on that road trip.
And it's the funniest thing because they set up a divider.
It might even happen before the rape.
It might happen before the rape.
I find
But
it
that's
amazing in No Holds Barred how many times we've talked about rape, by the way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a WWE film.
That's something I forgot. Again, just like forgetting it was actually WWF in the film, I forgot the rape.
Yeah, right. I know.
Much like... no, never mind. Go on.
So they
Not gonna
have
go down
that
that rabbit hole.
They have that divider up that they're sleeping in the same bed.
Rip the handyman, because, of course, we find out later that Brell canceled the second room because
Right.
I told you to seduce him.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
how else are you going to seduce him unless you're in the same bed? Fuck him.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, Rip the handyman. I don't know. It has like a
A
got
curtain.
some like athletic tape and taped it across the thing and put a sheet over it.
Yeah,
It's like
or something.
All right, here's a
Here we
wall.
go.
There you go.
And so
she
then-
still comes out looking sexy as fuck though.
Yeah.
Wow, that was not your average fucking nightwear. That was like
Right.
I'm getting down tonight nightwear.
Right. And so then that happens, and then all of a sudden what we hear is this sounds as if it's masturbation.
There was some pumping happening.
And so then all of a sudden she pulls the curtain
Yeah,
back,
exactly.
and he's working out.
Well, the joke is supposed to be like I don't know. I guess children would believe. Oh, that's a butt.
Yeah.
And it was his heels kind of stuck on the bed, and he's doing push-ups.
Yeah, right.
And I'm just like, watching it at 38 years old, I'm watching it, I'm like,
This is stupid.
who the fuck ever believed that was an ass?
Yeah.
Like, it looks like Ken's ass from, Ken and Barbie.
Yeah, the
Ken
Barbie
doll.
doll.
Yeah.
Ken doll
Yeah.
ass. Jock ass.
Jock ass. That's exactly what it was. That must have been where it came from.
It was a jock ass.
So he gets all high and mighty, like, you build walls, I could never, blah, 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 blah. There's a couch with a better personality, go suck a dick.
Yeah, right. But then they fall in love.
Yeah.
In that moment.
I think it's actually saving from the rape. Because I
think
think
it
that
is.
does come later. Because
Yeah.
because there is that interaction between her and Brill where it's all revealed
That she's the
been
spy.
she's been spying on him for him, and that's with the seduction thing, and you canceled the room, and of course I canceled the room. Why didn't you blow him? Etc.
Yeah,
etc.
right.
Jock ass.
Yeah, jock ass.
And then she goes down to get her car and is almost raped because television networks. Wow.
yeah, I know. Harvey Weinstein was there.
Right.
Harvey Weinstein was there. So then she gets kidnapped. And that's when Hulk Hogan.
yeah.
And that's where.
God damn this movie.
Yeah, she gets kidnapped. And basically that.
But also given an evening gown during the kidnapping because
Yes.
she's dressed to the nines for this one.
Yeah, and so she's basically the way that we get Rip to agree to fight Zeus.
Yeah.
And Zeus shows up at Zeus's, or Hogan shows up at Zeus's training facility.
Yes.
To break everything.
And the motivational tapes from Brell that are playing on a loop are,
Yeah.
he says the maggots aren't even good enough for you. I mean,
Yeah.
you know who's writing these fucking lines.
Oh yeah, and
We've all seen Beyond the Mat. You know who's
Yes.
writing these fucking lines.
and
The worms aren't good enough for you.
And on top of that, it's like some sort of weird North Korean psychological, like, torture.
Yeah, there was some stuff happening.
Yeah. It's the maggots.
The maggots aren't good enough for you.
Right. And so then,
Okay.
all of a sudden,
but also, another thing I found funny on a rewatch this morning was I couldn't get it, but watching it with clear eyes this morning, they were watching him live.
Yes, they were watching him destroy everything live.
And his two cronies were watching him live, but you could also hear them through a microphone laughing.
Yeah.
And I was confused. Where is everybody?
I don't know. There's also the cardboard cutout
of Zeus
that is actually just Zeus standing still because he's moving.
Yep.
And it's just it's so funny.
But it's also proof of how strong Rip's double axe handle is. He goes right through a window without any scarring.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so strong. So we get to the big fight.
Oh, yeah.
And,
World television event.
And it's funny because little do we know that this is the first TNA Impact of all time.
/ UFC. It was an octagon.
It was an octagon.
8-sided ring, man.
Yeah.
With the weakest ropes in the history of wrestling ropes.
Yeah, because Zeus just tears them off.
I mean, Kermit's arm is stiffer than the fucking ropes that they were using.
No, yeah, that was not tightened.
They were just jiggling around the ring.
That was, it was bad. It was really bad. And so they fight in a no holds barred.
Hence the movie. Roll credits.
Roll credits. And so everything just gets so nonsensical because at this point, I don't even know what they're fighting for anymore.
I don't know. I just couldn't stop looking at being like, that's the Tuesday Night Titans set, isn't it? That's the primetime wrestling set.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It was literally like dinner theater.
Yeah.
But they're obviously, I think the title was on the line.
Yes.
So they were wrestling for that. They were obviously wrestling because it was a major television event and ratings, pal. Yeah. And he was wrestling to get his woman back.
That's right. He had to wrestle to get the woman back.
Okay. So a lot of stuff's happening here. She's in a skybox, kidnapped.
Yeah.
By the worst fucking security ever.
And supervillain.
Yeah.
Like, why? I don't understand why a TV executive is still trying to kidnap this woman.
Well, this is what I was talking about earlier, and I didn't want to jump all the way to the main event in the earlier part of the show, but his motives are all fucked up.
Right.
And here's where it comes really into play. Like, watching this again as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, okay, he spent the entire movie
right
trying to get Rip on his TV.
Correct.
Because Rip is ratings.
Right.
You got Rip on your TV.
Because he's Rip's ratings.
Now, what does he do when Zeus starts to lose a little bit?
Yeah.
He starts ripping all the equipment out of the station and knocking it off the air.
Right.
You wanted Rip on your TV
right, and you wanted him
Rip
winning.
Is ratings, and now literally pretty much half of this match, every time they cut to Brell, you see in the background technical difficulties were off the air on the screen.
Right.
He knocked them off the air because the guy he wanted on TV was winning the fight.
Right, because for some odd reason he hates him?
Love him or hate him, pal.
Right. Rip his ratings.
That's what that was the point of the first goddamn time we saw him. He's holding a Rip poster. Also, I want him on TV. Also, now, granted, you can hate him, but he's still ratings, pal.
Also, why do you care if the girl is kidnapped if he agreed to do it?
Yeah, once he agreed, it's like, okay, he's here.
Yeah, yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. And there's a lot of axe handles in this match.
Yeah, and so Zeus gets pushed off of a catwalk.
Yeah, she escapes.
Yeah.
She escapes. Randy's friend and Charlie, Big Mac, start running around the place looking for her because apparently there's like a time limit. It's like a 10-minute time limit or something like that they have before she gets killed by these security guards and executives that aren't even paying attention to her. She's able to just walk the fuck out the door.
So true.
Because they're all invested in this Zeus Rip fight.
Yeah.
And so she hits the elevator, but the security guards are there. But Randy's friend and Big Mac hit him with like fire extinguishers.
Yes.
And worst stunt punching ever by Big Mac on that one. But she gets away, gets back to ringside, and of course now that's when he starts to rip up, brother. Yeah. Because I mean,
can't Hulk up.
Can't Hulk up. It's rip up.
It's rip up.
But it's literally the same.
Yeah, and then he just knocks him off the catwalk, and that Zeus just goes through the ring.
Well, that does happen. That's the climax. But there's also remember he knocked because before they fought up the stairs up to Brell, because Brell dies in this as well.
Yes, he does.
Zeus gets out of the ring, and Randy like tries to grab him from his wheelchair and gets knocked out of the wheelchair, and Zeus just like starts kicking him.
Yeah.
And Randy's expressions during this match were just like, dude, what exactly is going on with you?
Yeah, what?
Because I don't know what the appropriate term is, but he seemed like he beat him Down syndromed. Okay?
Yeah.
He went from being like injured to all of a sudden just sitting there and not being able to speak or function. He was kind of weirdly rocking. He's like,
yeah.
That sort of shit. And then he knocks him out of the chair, starts kicking him with his awesome big steel-toe boots.
Yep.
And
with his big old unibrow.
A giant painted on brow.
Yeah.
And then Rip knocks in the window and knocks Brell back into the fucking electronics that he has just ripped apart.
Yes. Yeah, he
like
rips
Brell
him
set up his own death because he knocked everything off the air. And even though it was already off the air, he's still ripping appliances out of the wall.
Yes.
Still, everything that could spark was sparking, including including Brell. And that's where the final jockass came from.
That's right.
He yells
jockass.
Yeah, jockass.
Yeah.
And then he knocks Zeus, as you said, into the ring in the most safest broken ring spot ever.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it really looked like an upside down cupcake.
Yeah, right. It just
like, oh, that looked fun.
Yeah.
That should be a ride at Universal.
He hits him with the double axe handle. Oh, God. And he just goes down, and it's no.
It's a vicious double axe handle.
And the funniest part is that the if I remember correctly, all the turnbuckles just also collapse.
Oh, yeah, it was. I mean, it was a very well choreographed ring spot.
Yeah.
But it's just the middle was a perfect circle.
Yeah.
That just went.
Poof. Yeah, just that part.
Yep.
Just that part. It's also really funny that everybody watches Brell die. Like, there's a live studio audience.
Oh, yeah.
And they just watch a man die.
They're also there, and I don't think it was a secret that they had kidnapped somebody for this match.
Yeah.
Like, weren't they on, like, live television being like, oh, and we got your woman?
Yeah, something stupid like that.
I mean, holy shit, man. So that happens.
Yeah.
A happy ending with a big rip 'em brother at the end.
Right. Classic 80s, like, we did it.
We did.
Ha!
Okay, you want to talk classic 80s movie? They had a theme song with the name of the movie in it over the end credits.
Amazing.
It's No Holds Barred.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Because Rocky did it, pal.
Oh, it was awesome, man.
Rocky did it.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, his crippled brother, his woman.
Yeah. It basically was a Rocky story. I was surprised the Big Mac trainer there didn't die, pull a Mickey on him.
It's also, it just ends in a freeze frame.
Yeah,
just freeze frame. We're out.
So it came out on home video in '89 on VHS, Betamax, and Laserdisc.
Yes.
Didn't own any of them. It was then released on DVD in 2012. And the Blu-ray disc, which I now own for hefty $5 off Amazon, was released in 2014 when WWE Studios got the rights back to it from New Line.
Yeah.
However, basically it came out in the summer.
Yep.
It didn't set the world on fire.
No.
But they got to recoup the money because Vince
Right.
spent his money on this.
Yeah, he did.
He financed
$8 million.
the fuck out of it. Yeah. So what they did,
we got a SummerSlam match out of it.
we got a SummerSlam match. But on December 27th, 1989, we had an exclusive pay-per-view event that was the full-length movie and a tag team match in a steel cage against Hulk and Brutus.
Yes.
Versus Macho Man and Zeus.
Yes. Not Tom Tiny Leister.
Nope, it was Zeus. And that was the pay-per-view.
I thought that was at SummerSlam.
They did it, but they did a whole other thing.
Oh, they did it twice?
And the reason nobody really remembers it is because this is one of the few pay-per-view things that isn't included on the network.
Okay.
But it is on the Blu-ray that I got. I watched it this morning.
Oh, so you got to...
Because the Blu-ray extras, which I'm a little upset I didn't get a Hulk Hogan commentary track.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to hear Hulk really try to get into it, or go Arnold. I don't know if you've ever heard any Arnold commentary tracks.
Oh, no.
He's just descriptive. It's almost like descriptive audio.
I've heard
there I am. I'm running down the street. Yeah. I pick up a gun. Okay, and I shoot that guy. Oh, he's dead. I mean, it's literally just Arnold saying what's happening on the screen.
It's amazing.
For the Total Recall one is fantastic.
That's amazing.
But I was hoping for something like that. But it was done at a Wrestling Challenge taping on December 12th. And yeah, it was one of those ways they were just trying to boost any type of interest and money and get anything out of this. They really didn't.
No. So that's No Holds Barred.
That is No Holds Barred.
So if you stuck around long enough for this, Age of Avengers Infinity War?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. So you want to talk about next week's show?
Yeah.
We can do that while we have it because I did some nice cool graphics that we got.
Yeah, let's
some new funky shit. Next week, because the sequel is coming out on May 18th.
Did you see the Celine Dion promo?
I did. It is wonderful.
It's delightful.
The marketing team at Deadpool need a fucking whatever award they get.
Yeah,
whatever the equivalent of Oscars is for a marketing team, they've crushed it 2 movies in a row.
Correct.
The Celine Dion music video, which apparently, according to one of our viewers and listeners, thank you for that, it's actually on the Deadpool 2 soundtrack.
Amazing.
Because he's like, is that an original song? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I just thought it was a cool little video. First of all, I thought it was just they took a Celine Dion video and then inserted Deadpool a couple times.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's very cool. I tweeted it. I think Bill retweeted it. The New Age Insiders retweeted it. So it's there. It's up on the Twitter. But next week we will do the original Deadpool.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so much fun. I watched it this morning again, and it's so much fun. It's one of the most fun. You know why I think it's one of the more fun comic book movies? Because it's a tight hour 40.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tight.
Not 2 hours and 40.
Yeah, we are. Well, because unless you're Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, Thanos doesn't show up, so there's not that.
Yeah.
You know.
But a Negasonic Teenage Warhead does.
Best name ever.
Yeah, I know.
Best name ever.
Oh, wow. It's weird that I keep running into you two.
Yep.
It's like they didn't want to license any of the other X-Men.
The studio couldn't afford any more X-Men. What's great? The matching unitards or the house that blows up every couple of years? Cool. Fuck yeah, dude.
It's so good.
It's such a good movie.
So good.
It's such a good movie. I cannot wait till next week when we talk about that one. This was No Holds Barred. Do we want to kind of do a restart or what are we going to do here? Because I think we can do a bonus episode.
The real question is, Bill, what was that timing for the movie?
I think we've always shot that one.
What do you mean?
For actual Avengers.
Liam wants to get out of here and actually go
9:30.
Oh,
damn. I
damn.
don't know if you can get there in 10 minutes, pal.
No.
The theater's 5 minutes away.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out. we'll hit we'll stop, and then we'll do a bonus.
That's why you need to subscribe to the live shows on Twitch, twitch.tv/New Age Insiders TV, because we do these live shows, and occasionally, when we get inspired, we do bonus shows. When Liam goes to China, we do 2 shows in a night. Yeah. It's a fun thing, and it's live, so you can interact with us. It's all fun and games. I am Mike Wendt, Liam Stryker, Bill Neville behind the board.
Yo.
You can follow all of us on Twitter. Is this it? This is the song? The No Holds Barred theme song. Thank you, Bill.
Will you back down?